Hi guys! Welcome back to Belle's Hoyas. If you're new to the channel, welcome for visiting me. And for my lovely subscribers and followers, once again, thank you for coming back. And if you are a Hoya lover or a new Hoya plant parent, or just generally love flowers and beautiful plants and lovely blooms, do press the like button and join us in our Hoya journey garden here. Today I would like to share with everyone an update of my garden. As you can see, we just have a very thundery shower storm earlier, and now my garden is pretty much quite drenched with rain. Very excited to share that there are a couple of very cute and lovely blooms in my garden this afternoon, and do stay tuned if you want to see these cute flowers that I have, and it's the first time that it has bloomed for me in the garden. And without any further ado, let's go. First and foremost, I just want to share with everybody this very lovely new maiden blooms for me from my Hoya Sulawesiana. As you can see here, this is a very lovely cluster of flowers, and just gonna leave it up very carefully to show everyone. Just look at the gorgeous red colors, and it's not very obvious because it's pretty wet at the moment, but actually these blooms are furry. They are very furry in fact, and they are just really cute. So far the flower has opened for 2 days already, so you can see that it's actually starting to close up, because when it first opened it's actually more relaxed. So I would show everybody a segment of my previous videos that I took of this Sulawesiana when it just opened. So just to show everyone how furry it looks, as well as how it looks when it first opened. So as you can see, the flowers when they first open, you can see that it's fully reflects backwards. The petals are very reflex, and you can see that it's actually very furry. And at this angle, you can see it even more clearly. From the top downwards, you can see that it's really a very furry flowers. Let's have a closer look at the flowers when it was open on day one. And let's have one more look at how cute and furry they are on the very first day when it opened. And something else that I would like to share is that you can see that the peduncle for this particular Hoya is especially long compared to the usual peduncles that we see for flowers. Moving on to this side, Sunrise is doing very well. It's a very happy camper here with several blooms, and this bloom smells absolutely amazing, with jasmine floral scent. You can see one bloom here, there's another one there, and one more, and actually one more here. And it's also putting up some new growth, as you can see. It's really beautiful, and sunstress leaf looks especially mesmerizing with the raindrops falling on them. And just moving slightly above the sunrise, we have my gorgeous Rubida that has also put up a new bloom. I believe this Hoya is no stranger to my viewers, and I think for a lot of Hoya growers, Rubida is quite an easy going Hoya, and it does actually flower quite readily when it's mature. So this one is a very big plant here that I have, and this, you can see, is a new set of flowers. And as you can see from this peduncle here as well, it has actually flowered several times, because the number of rings represent the number of times it has flowered. And these flowers are a very lovely peachy matted color with reddish centers, and it has a very nice floral scent as well. There are actually quite a few peduncles, and these are actually budding up. It's quite small. I think you cannot really see it, but it's budding up. And there's one more here that is more obvious. You can see the buds. They are green when they are still pretty at the juvenile stage. And just at the back there's another cluster of flowers that is getting ready to open, and you can see the buds are really cute as well. And my Carnosa white is also budding up. You can see at various stages of budding up. This one is just started, and this was intermediate stage, and we have a cluster here that is almost getting ready to open. You can see how amazing the colors are. It's just actually white, but there's a hint of pink hues at the side, and I believe this is because it's more exposed to the sun in this area. So, but when the flowers open, they're actually white in color. So stay tuned for my updates when the flowers open, or you can also visit some of my older videos to see how Carnosa looks like, because I have actually featured it quite a few times in my older videos on Hoya flowering or updates on my gardens. And the lovely Hoya Carnosa white for this very new buds, they have just started to open, guys. This is in a matter of just 15 minutes earlier when I took the video to show you guys the buds. They have just started to open. So yeah, very happy to be able to showcase this moment to show everybody of the flowers that are just slowly opening up. I'm just really happy that I'm able to catch this for everybody. And please pardon me, the neighborhood is kind of noisy again because this is a Sunday afternoon here. They are just busy with their Sunday activities, and don't mind them. I'm just happy to share this lovely moment with everybody of my Hoya Carnosa white just opening up. In fact, I very rarely get a chance to see this as well. Usually, when I come out of the garden, it's already fully open. So yeah, let's enjoy this moment together, guys. Look at how cute, look at just how exquisite the shapes are just before they open up. And over this side here, this has quickly become quite a busy corner for me as well. And you can see up there, this is a very lovely new set of peduncle with freshly opened flowers from my Stantial Splash. It's pretty far up, so I'm going to put the camera nearer, so my voice might be a bit faint, so please bear with me, guys. So as you can see, it's really nice. They are bell-shaped in white color flowers. That's a little bit porcelain in nature. The flowers have a scent of lemongrass at night. So in the daytime there's no scent, but at night it does give out a scent of lemongrass. And the flowers last for about 5 days or so. And you can also see that at the side there's another set of flowers. This one I'm very excited to share is actually a newly maiden bloom of my Pistolepis flower, and it has never actually flowered yet. So I would be really excited to share with you guys when it opens, because it's a very beautiful pink color flowers. So stay tuned for the new flowers when it opens. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, do remember to subscribe so you don't miss out that update. And just moving downwards there, we've got also a very lovely set of flowers there. You can see how unique and cute they are. just really sweet and yellow, and the shape is so cute and delicate. This one doesn't really look like a normal kind of typical Hoya flowers, but it is equally beautiful and mesmerizing in my opinion. And in fact, I think this is actually the Hoya inflata, and I think the flowers is one of the the attraction of keeping this Hoya, because it's very unique and it looks different. This is the first time it has actually flowered for me, and I'm sharing that with everybody here, so happy to do that. And it is really cute, that's all I can say. It's really cute. You can see how they look, especially when they are like swaying in the wind. So the two at the bottom has already opened up, and the other four hasn't opened up yet. For Hoya inflata, I don't get a scent, so I think there's no smell. I'm not quite sure how long it lasts, because this is the first time it has opened for me. And I'm adding in this later clips that I have taken a couple of days later to show everyone how the flowers look when they are all fully open. Just look at how cute they are. I mean, they're just like really delicate, lovely yellow bells. Just going to show everybody the top there. That leaf is part of the plant, so you can see there's a very long vine, and it actually is vining upwards all the way. I just want to show you guys how the plant looks. It's actually a very small one. You can see this is actually the plant. This is the plant with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 leaves. This is actually the whole plant with that bunch of cute yellow flowers over there. So the leaves are not exactly very special, I guess. I mean, there's no splash, or it's not variegated or anything, but it's also very beautiful, I feel, because you can see that there's very sort of deep veins. There's a veining, though the leaves has no splash, and it feels a little bit furry at the back. So the back is actually kind of a little bit furry. Let me try to see if I could take a video. I don't think it's very obvious in the video, but if you touch it, it's actually a little bit furry, and it's kind of a bit hard as well. So for Hoya inflata, I think this one is a very slow grow as well. It hardly puts out any new growth or a new leaf. So I'm really surprised that it actually flowered for me. So happy to share that with everybody here. And just above the inflata, we have this Hoya Memoria. It's put up a new set of buds. This one is a really easygoing one. Beautiful leaves with splashes, made even more beautiful now with the raindrops. And it seems to flower pretty regularly. This is the second time he has put up a set of flowers and buds for me. But I have to share that the smell is not that great. It does smell of, like, some people say it's caramel, popcorn, but I feel that it smells like yogurt, so not a great fan of that. But yeah, no complaints. Everybody would love a Hoya flower, right? And moving up here, I'd like to share the joy that my Hoya Australis Lisa has put up some new growth. And you can see that there's this very sweet pink color of the new leaves, and the very latest leaf is like a deep red color, which is very characteristic of Australis Lisa. When the new growth comes in, it's like a deep intense red, and then it will slowly fade off to pink before finally changing to this lime green color in its mature leaves. So it is happy and it's put up new growth. So yeah, just share that with everyone. And over this corner here, I would like to share with everyone. This one is my a new addition to my collection, Hoya Coronaria. You can see that it's got very beautiful green shiny leaves, and it's not very apparent now because it was actually a lot more sun stress earlier on, but I think recently it's been kind of cloudy and rainy, so the sun stress has sort of faded, but you can still see that the leaves are very shiny and glossy. There's no veining, and there is also no splashes, so this is quite a nice one. Hoya Coronaria. At the back, Waliana Splash is putting up a new flowers for me. Right there, you can see that it's budding up. Just want to share that with everyone. This is quite a frequent bloomer. I think once it's settled in and happy, it seems to be, you know, flowering quite regularly, because the flowers just dropped off, and this is the, I think, third or fourth time that it's flowering for me. And Minahasai is looking cherry as well, and the neighbor is the Memoria, which is also putting up some new growth over here, and with this very, you know, deep green gorgeous leaves. And over here is my Duamensis SSP Amari, and it's a very frequent bloomer as well. It has several peduncles and it is actively flowering, so I'm really grateful for that. As you can see, there's a bunch of new flowers. I mean, there's a peduncle with a bunch of newly budding buds here. You can see the colors are like a deep burgundy before opening, and once it's open up, it's like a light pinkish color. So I have actually showcased these flowers before in my previous videos, but if you like to see the new sets of blooms, do, you know, stay tuned. I would be sharing those with everybody once they open up. And over this corner is my SP Kalimantan, and I'm happy to share with everyone that in fact I just noticed that it has a tiny peduncle here with buds, so that's really cute, and didn't expect it to, you know, suddenly put up a peduncle with buds, because I just discovered it like suddenly yesterday. So very excited to see the new flowers, because this is the first time it's flowering for me as well. And I didn't notice this peduncle. The reason is because I was focusing on the other one. I noted that it has one peduncle here with the flowers, so I was you know, really taking note of this one, so much so that I did not notice the other one. So actually this plant has put up two peduncles with buds simultaneously, so I'm really happy with it. I think it's happy, so that's great. You can see that its leaves are really beautiful as well. Look at the you know, intense veining, very typical of the Finlaysonii complex types of Hoya. This one is SP Kalimantan, so I suspect it's either one of the Calastophilia or Finlaysonii types, and it looks really nice and healthy and happy. So, and over this corner, I think I don't think it likes, you know, too much light, so it's partly semi-shaded with some light, at the same time you know, a little bit less intense from the direct sun. So I think that's where its happy corner is at. And Sulawesiana, I have showed the flowers earlier on, so this is the mother plant here. that is having really nice green and long leaves. That's very glossy and it's happy, and that's why it's flowering, so very happy about that. And over here, this is my uncinata that also is budding up. You can see this peduncle is a really hardworking one. There's so many rings over there showing that it has flowered many times, and the buds are actually, you know, coming on. So I think it should flower pretty soon in a couple of days. So again, I will update you guys when that happens, so do stay tuned. It has flowered many times and I love the flowers as well. The smell is like a gingery scent. And moving over to this corner, I've got my Coronaria pink that has also put up a few buds and in various stage of flowering. There's one that is already open fully. As you can see how beautiful it is, the star-shaped porcelain-like flowers, and another one that is in the process of opening up. As you can see from here, this looks really nice. This is actually a very good time to show everybody because we have buds. We have the buds that hasn't opened. Got one here that's almost going to open, and one that is fully open. And I especially like the buds. The colors of the buds are really, you know, interesting. You can see it's like speckled with red variegations. And once it opens up, you can see that it's more of a light pink or even like a rosy salmon red color, though the name is Coronaria pink. And I just want to share with everyone how the leaves looks like, since you know, I've been requested to share about the leaves as well. So I'll take the chance over here. You can see that the leaves are lime green and really glossy, so they are not hairy or anything. It's just very smooth, and honestly nothing really very special, but yeah, this is just how the leaves looks like. You see a better clearer view of it up here. It's just very glossy and shiny. And over this corner, I'm very excited to share with everybody that my SP Sungei Buloh has fully opened up its blooms as well. This is the second time it has opened for me, and it gives off a very faint floral scent that is pleasant. And just look at the wonderful pure white colors with its pink corona. And moving down over here, I just like to share with everybody how the leaves looks like. Is lime green in color because this area is pretty much exposed to quite a lot of sun, with really nice veining as well, as you can see from here. The leaves are pretty hard, and you can see is relatively quite a big plant as well. You see there's some wild growing vines going upwards. You know, Hoyas are just having a whale of a time climbing up my wall. And just over here, again guys, it's a little bit far off, so my voice might be a bit soft because the camera is like really far from me. You can see that this is really nicely formed peduncle with buds. There's like 9 buds over there, and this is actually from my Imperialis Parawan. My Imperialis Parawan has put up a new peduncle with new buds. So hey, very excited to share with everybody. You know, it's decided to put up a peduncle high up here. So if previously, you know, some of you guys remember, I broke the first peduncle of my Imperialis Parawan. So I'm really happy that it's put up another one here, and just fingers crossed nothing is going to happen to it. And moving further up, you can see that there's a lone flower, a lone white flower from my Australis, Hoya Australis, that has put up one lone white flower high up above. And there is also another peduncle of Hoya Carnosa dark pink that is swaying in the wind. I think, you know, my Hoyas decide to do the high life now, so they're just all high up there, and I'm trying my best to share that with everyone here. From Australis, so it's a reasonably big one. The leaves are a little bit yellow from the sun, not looking too great, but I think it's flowering and it still is happy. So yeah, and the leaves are, see, this is the usual kind of Australis leaf. So rounded, glossy, non-hairy, and slightly thick for the older leaves. I just want to take the chance to also incorporate a short earlier video clip of my Australis flowers for everybody to see how they look like. This one is an earlier one where it flowered. And right over here is the leaf of Imperialis Parawan. Again, it is very smooth. It's not hairy or anything. It's much thicker. It's actually very thick. You know, you cannot even bend it. I think if you bend it, it would just break. And one thing to note about Imperialis is it's really pretty inflexible, because previously I just tried to sort of like hold the peduncle up right at this point here, and the whole peduncle just dropped off. So yeah, just to share with everybody in case you know, you have a Imperialis, just be careful. They are pretty inflexible, so they can actually snap and break quite easily, so be careful guys. And over here, Lucky Eye is just put up 2 sets of peduncles with buds that you can see that are just nicely forming up. And Lucky Eye is a very frequent bloomer, very lovely white flowers that last for like 2 weeks, so it's a long-lasting flowers. So definitely a very nice Hoya to have. The scent is like a pretty mild chocolatey scent, not as strong as Carnosa, but still, you know, very lovely. And the leaves are, you know, pretty elongated with a little bit of splashes, so it's and a little bit furry at the sides, if you can see. So it's really a nice one. And over here is my Isabel Cherry. This one is I mean, honestly, I feel that this is a little bit tricky. I used to have a smaller plant, and it wasn't like really, you know, happy. It's kind of a little bit of like a diva, so I feel that it needs less watering. Its leaves are like really cute, you know, it's like slightly kind of curved inwards. It's very furry, and the flowers are, you know, again, it has a very, very long peduncle, just like, I mean, long, yeah, peduncle, just like Sulawesiana. And its flowers, these are the buds. Its flowers actually really looks like Sulawesiana, as I shared earlier on. They look very similar. It's also furry, but it's a lot smaller. It's also definitely has its charming, you know, points, because its leaves are tiny and cute. They have splashes and is very furry. And moving to this opposite side, I just want to share with everyone, this is one of my new addition as well, my Kenejiana variegated. Just look at this very lovely specimen. The variegations are, you know, really nice, and the leaves have a very unique shape of like being a bit curly and frilly, and is very thin as well, so it's quite a thin leaf Hoya, but you know, it's very special with its leaf shape as well as the variegation. So a really nice one, still pretty small. So I will, you know, grow this. There is a new growth there, as you can see. I will grow this and update you guys, you know, if I manage to get it to flower eventually. And moving up here, this one is my Chapalis, my Hoya Chapalis, that is no stranger. I have showcased her a few times already in my videos. Again, it's quite a happy camper. You know, it has put up flowers quite a few times already, in fact. And again, it's budding up again. So I really, you know, am blessed that it has put up a set of buds for me again. In fact, two sets of buds, because there's another peduncle here. And these flowers are really cute and lovely, you know, when they open up. It's just bell-shaped yellow flowers with no scent. Very delicate and sweet flowers. If you like to see how they look, please visit you know, my older videos. I have talked about them quite a few times. Or you can also, you know, stay tuned for my updates, which I will share when they open again. So do subscribe if you have not done so. And next to my Chapalis is this very one of my favorite Hoyas, but not the easiest one, I must say. Look at the beautiful leaves. They are glossy and very sharp and pointed. So this one is my SP Papua. That is an extremely slow grower. I was really happy that it's put up a peduncle. In fact, it has budded up like 3 times, but all 3 times the buds has blasted, which means they have dropped off before they open. So it is really disappointing, but it's okay. Let's just, you know, keep taking good care of this plant, and hopefully it's going to you know, bud up and flower again. Because the very, you know, charming point about this Hoya is the flowers. I definitely hope that I have a chance to show you guys, because the flowers are like white and furry, and they're actually quite big for the size of this Hoya. So definitely want to, you know, share that with you guys when it opens. And you can see the leaves are like, these are the older leaves. They're very glossy and they are dark green in color. And the newer leaves are, you can see it's like light green, and it's quite a thin leaf one. You can see, and it's just very glossy and smooth. It's not hairy or anything. So SP Papua. Next to SP Papua is my Hoya Caudata Sulawesi. I believe it's a sort of a, you know, Caudata. The interesting thing about this Caudata is this is the original you know, leaf, and then when it grew a new leaf, it actually became silver. Just look at that, guys. It's like you know, one of those very exotic silver color leaves, which I totally did not expect, and so it's a very pleasant surprise. It's you know, very interesting how Hoyas you know, can come up with sort of mutations, you could call it mutations, you know, and surprise us. Because as you can see, it's put up another leaf here, and that's a normal green leaf again. So yeah, this one is quite special because the new one is green. And over here, there's 2 more new leaves again from the vine, and I believe it is also green, if I don't see it wrongly. Yeah, it's also green in color, and you can see it's like pretty furry. The baby leaves are, you know, furry and cute for Caudata. And I would like to take the chance to share with everybody this interesting Hoya here. This one is my Hoya Insularis, and you can see the leaves are like just, you know, very long and slender, almost, you know, not looking like a typical type of Hoya, but it is one. And you can see that I believe these are the new growth that's coming out. So yeah, I just want to share with everyone. This is a very interesting one, and the flowers are, again, the interesting and attractive, I guess, part of this Hoya is not just the leaf, but the flowers looks like octopus, mini octopus. So it would be very interesting to see it bloom. And of course, you know, when it does that, I'm not sure when that will happen because it's still a very small plant. When that happens, you know, definitely we'll share that with you know, everybody here. Yep, Hoya insularis. And just a very close-up view of the leaves. You can see it's like really a very simple, you know, narrow and leaf. It's very hard, and it's just like having a rib, a line in the middle. It's just really not looking like a typical Hoya at all. And over here, I would like to just share this very beautiful Hoya that always catches my eye. Just look at how glossy and smooth the leaves are, and the veining is just so nice. Again, you can see from another leaf, and the new leaf is just so cute. It's maroon in color, and it's slightly furry. You can see it over there, slightly furry, maroon in color, and when it matures, it becomes very smooth and glossy with that veining. And this is my Hoya Genesis. It is a relatively slow grower as well, but you know, the leaves are just so gorgeous. So definitely a Hoya to have in everybody's collection. Well, at least that's my opinion. Really nice one to share with everyone. And Toma Tendencies has actually put up, this one is a new peduncle with very cute flowers. This one is a very frequent bloomer, and as I said, it's also a very easygoing Hoya with very lovely sun-stressed leaves. So really no complaints about this particular cute little one here with these beautiful flowers. And this one is an older peduncle with another set of blooms over here that is ready to open soon. And this one usually comes in a very cute ball shape, as you can see from here. It's just really lovely. Hoya tomatensis. The mother plant is over there. And though this one is not a Hoya, but it's a sister of a Hoya, so just share with everyone. This one is my Dischidia over here, and is also happily putting up quite a few set of flowers. That's really cute. I mean, though their flowers are not as you know, flashy or attractive compared to Hoyas, but they are just also very sweet looking. So there's quite a few of them here, and one here as well, and one up there. And my Oncidium orchids also is doing pretty well. They have put out 3 sets of in fact, yeah, 3 stalks with upcoming blooms. And we are celebrating our Lunar Chinese New Year here in Singapore, so this perhaps would be in time for the Chinese New Year celebration for us in Singapore. The Lunar Chinese New Year is a celebration of you know, a new year for the Chinese people here. So it is quite a big occasion where we celebrate New Year just like you know, a typical kind of New Year. And so flowers during Chinese New Year is always been a tradition to signify prosperity and wealth, you know, all things good. As with when the flowers bloom, that's what we believe. So yeah, just some sharing with you guys here. Hope I, you know, didn't bore you with some of you know, our traditions here. Just a little bit of sharing. Thank you for spending time with me here in my garden today, as always. And I wish you a very pleasant day or evening ahead. Do stay tuned for further updates as I will be uploading videos, about my garden and my Hoya plants journey with everybody. Until the next time then, see you and bye.